holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. Here with Grant Hill, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Tonight, we've got a special treat. Our NBA insider, Shams Charania, sitting in with us as well. Shams, glad you could be here tonight.
Of course, BA. I'm glad to be a part of this crew. This is a pretty big-time group I'm a part of right now, BA.
Yeah, well, good luck getting the word in, my friend. Let's see some of the numbers here for Franz Wagner.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt. And it's Wagner in at the small forward position. And for Utah, we've got Keontae George, Jaren Jackson out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Bailey. And it's Kessler in at the center position, locking down the middle.
Here we go.
And the Jazz start out with the ball. And here's George. Pass to Kessler. Over to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. George passes to Bailey. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
Utah shooting their first free throw of the night.
One shot.
And that one misses. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, they had some trouble with this team last year, splitting the season series.
The Jazz on offense. Now George. Kessler finds George. Now here's Markkanen. The 3 is up. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Well, Markkanen keeps the defense off balance with the quick trigger.
Pass to Carter. Oh, he tries a 3. The rebound by Jackson. And the one thing you hear about in hoop circles, the weak link theory. You familiar, Shams?
Yeah, you know, it's an idea that to win nowadays, you can't have a weak link for the other team to expose. You need guys that can play both ends of the floor, guys that can play defense, guys that can also spread the floor, that aren't a liability on either end of the floor. So we saw that in the NBA Finals, 2 teams clearly stacked with guys who play both ends.
Yeah, Bain is dangerous from three-point land. The defense has to chase him off that line.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. It's George on the wing. 14 points his last outing. Pass to Bailey. Great D that time from Bain. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Well, if you get that ball anywhere near the rim, Carter knows what to do with it.
Now here's George, an aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And stolen by Bain. In transition, the Magic on the run. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, once Bain gets out on the break, it's best to get him the ball.
George with it. Pass to Bailey. Jackson on the wing. Here's Bailey, guarded by Bain. Just 2 to shoot. Markkanen for 3. Orlando with the rebound. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
It's never easy to win games when you're missing free throws. They had to be better.
Well, if you want to win away from home, quite simply, you have to make your free throws.
Now here's George. They need this. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Physical play from Markkanen through the defender.
Wagner, the pass to Carter. The kick out to Banchero. Misses the 3.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Pass to George. And Shams, a favorite topic in the NBA rumor mill is league expansion. What have you heard, my friend?
Well, B.A., I still think we're a little bit ways away. The NBA and the Board of Governors continue to evaluate the potential for expansion franchises in the NBA. They have not made any firm decisions yet, I'm told, but this is something the NBA is continuing to find numbers, to evaluate the pros and the cons, potentially adding 1 or 2 more teams to the NBA.
And maybe we think about that inside the U.S., but it could go global as well.
Seattle, Las Vegas, Mexico City are really the 3 cities at the forefront of these conversations.
And so George will bring it up for Utah, trailing by 2. To the wing, right side. Kessler passes to Jackson from the arc. Nails it from 3.
And Jackson Jr. takes a good number of threes for a reason, because he's confident in his ability to drain it from here.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
The Jazz have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Pass to Kessler. To the middle. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Suggs. Banchero outside. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Well, this is the level of rim protection you get with Jaren Jackson Jr. He takes pride in being this team's defensive anchor.
Now here's George. No points yet from behind the arc. The shot comes out. Here's Suggs. Pass to Banchero. Spins. Kicks it out to Wagner. No good on the 3. Utah trailing here. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, well, Paolo Banchero is trying to become more vocal. He said being the best player on the team, you've got to speak up. You can't ever be quiet, because at the end of the day, I'm a high-Q player. I see the game really well, and if I'm not out there talking the game, it's doing everyone a disservice. Back to you. Outstanding.
Allie, we appreciate the report. Utah with the ball, following the 3-point basket by Orlando. George against Suggs. Markkanen outside. Pass to Bailey. Over Bain. Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Well, gobbling up boards is what Kessler does best. Got some points out of that one, too.
The Magic have gone 6 of 11 so far. Here's Suggs. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
And with 2 of the league's smaller market teams facing off in last year's finals, Shams, any problem with that?
On one hand, BA, it definitely takes the audience some getting used to, but for Commissioner Adam Silver, it's a sign that the league's changes are working as intended. So much parity, it gives every team, if well managed, a chance to compete. And the Pacers and Thunder both certainly fit that description. This is a wide open league right now, BA.
NBA is fertile ground if it's well managed. That's the key. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A different look here for Utah. Mikhailuk's checked in for Markkanen. Collier comes in for Bailey. And it's Vince Williams in for George. Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Black comes in for Suggs. Here's Carter. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And it's Wagner missing. Utah's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Pass to Collier. Here's Mikhailuk. Utah moving the ball around. Williams finds Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Williams. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Well, the Magic shooting 46% in the first quarter. Oh, deflected. Wagner outside. The 3-ball. Rebounded by Mikhailuk.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Pass to Collier. It's Mikhailuk on the wing. From outside, off the mark. Now here's Banchero. Now Wagner. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
The shot by Mikhailuk, no good.
Honestly, guys, that's a shot you expect your players to make.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero. And that misses. That would have put him up. Utah shooting just 38% so far in this one. And more, we're seeing teams run one center with 4 perimeter players, Shams. What's changed?
Well, it's a copycat league. When things are going great, other teams want to copy. And so what we're seeing now is teams' most effective lineups, more shooting and more mobility. That usually overbalances any deficit you have as far as shot blocking or rebounding in today's NBA.
Looking at who's out there now for Orlando. Mataze comes in for Carter, and it's Desmond Bane in for Banchero. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You look at the Jazz. Boy, it's been a rough season for them. They're at the bottom of their conference. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. And here's Wagner. Yet to see a basket. Wagner, the pass to Wagner. Black outside. 6 to shoot. To win the drought. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Utah's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Here's Collier. Looking at his numbers, putting up 8 points a game. It's stolen by Mataze. Payne surveying the D. Wagner outside. Kicks it out to Wagner. 4-3. It's hauled in by Collier.
He may have had too much time to think about it.
Inside. Here's Jackson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Really tough to disrupt the rhythm of Jackson Jr. on that shot.
Utah shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A different look here for Utah. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kessler. And Markkanen subbed in for Mikhailuk. And the Magic making a change here as well. De Silva's checked in for Franz Wagner.
Shooting 2.
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. And Shams, with younger teams like OKC taking the reins, new stars for fans to get acquainted with. Any concern there for the league?
You know, BA, I think the parity in all these young up-and-coming players is good, and it would probably be more of a concern if these young teams weren't as formidable. But listen, stars like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, they have had their heyday. You want to see that next generation of players ready to carry the mantle, whether that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, Cooper Flag, the list goes on.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
The Jazz shooting just 38% so far in this one. Here's Collier, guarded by Bane. Pass to Nurkic. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Jazz lead by 2.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
Now Black. Batase with a screen. Down low. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. Jaren Jackson picks one up, and he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. That one misses for Batase.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Collier, no good.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Back to Bane. 26 seconds left in the first quarter here. And he stays with it. Second chance shot. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Look, you can see Black getting more comfortable with that mid-range jumper. A great sign for this team.
Pass to Markkanen. Let's go with a three. And no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Orlando ahead, up by 2. And we'll be back with you shortly. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Orlando leading. All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Desmond Bane is out there with Anthony Black. Then there's Wagner. Then it's Goga Batase. And it's De Silva in at the 3, the small forward. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball. Here's what Utah has lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll be taking on Jamal Murray and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Tuesday, they'll face off against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for their matchup with Detroit, they'll need to be pretty much perfect for that one. Anything less than that means they're in for a tough evening.
Here's Collier. He's scoreless. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's on Desmond Bane. It's his first trip to the line.
Take it.
First one falls for him. And so he's able to get one of 2. And the Magic shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. De Silva, no good. And Williams has got the ball here for the Jazz. Next up, they'll face the Nuggets in Denver. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Kicks it out to Bane. The 3. Drops in the 3. Bane's got 8.
Well, defenses should always expect this from Bane. He's a skilled distance shooter.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Pass to Collier. Just 5 to shoot. Williams from long range. Buries it from 3. Williams has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Now Black. Outside Bain. Wagner, the pass to Bain. Black outside. Releases. Can't nail the jumper.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Pass to Collier. Utah moving the ball around. Marketing for 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Bain's got his 5th rebound in this one. Black outside. And here's Wagner. Now here's Batase. The rebound by Markkanen. Outside, Williams. Here's Filipowski. That puts him in the lead. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Batase up top. Back to Bain. The Magic need to put one up here. Wagner for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Wagner's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Magic making a change here. Suggs is checked in. These are not the teams to challenge at the rim. The best in the NBA in shot blocking. The 4th spot held by the Jazz.
They're quick to help each other, and they have some tremendous athletes with a nose for the ball.
Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Outside, Williams. There's a screen by Nurkic. To the paint. The shot, no good. The Magic have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Suggs. Utah grabs the miss. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Lakers in their last game.
It always helps when your opponent turns the ball over that many times. I thought it was the deciding factor overall.
Yeah, you got to think Coach will show this one as an example of what not to do. You got to take care of the ball.
Orlando with the ball. The Jazz making their last shot. Here's Suggs. And a nice finish on the layup. Suggs has gotten his first points in this one.
Look, Suggs knows how to assert himself inside. You give him a lane and he will attack.
The Jazz have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Outside, Williams. Pass to Collier. Back to Williams. De Silva with the rebound. Orlando's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Suggs, no good. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Bain comes with a double. Puts up a 3. That one doesn't drop.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Utah trailing here. Markkanen, the pass to Williams. Here's Markkanen. Wagner with a steal. Suggs outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Suggs has got 5 points now this quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Orlando.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
Here's Nurkic. Following the three-point basket by Orlando. 4 on the clock. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
So capable of overwhelming you. Nurkic is terrific at maintaining his focus and balance on these tough finishes.
Orlando leading by 3. Black outside. The three from Suggs. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 4 rebounds now. And stolen by Suggs. To the inside. Here's Wagner. The rebound by Markkanen. The Jazz have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Deflected!
Great job staying connected by Black, using his 6'7" length on defense.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Well, look, their ball security has been non-existent. They have to calm down and do a better job taking control of the ball.
And a new group getting ready for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jackson comes in for Filipowski. Bailey's checked in for Collier. And it's George in for Williams. Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for Orlando. Franz Wagner comes in for Black. Here's Markkanen. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
Some quick hands there from Lowry into his motion fast.
Suggs with it. He's got 5. Wagner with a screen on Jackson. And the dunk by Wagner.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Here's Bailey after the basket by Orlando. Pass to Kessler. Inside, 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, he was making sure of that one. Jackson with the strong finish.
Orlando with the ball. And here's Suggs, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Wagner, the pass to Suggs. Here's Wagner. Wagner with a screen on Jackson. And it's Wagner missing.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Here's Bailey, guarded by Bain. Bailey, the pass to Kessler. Here's Bailey, beyond the arc. Sinks the tray. Bailey's got 5 points. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Now Bain, coming off a 16-point game against the Nuggets in Denver. Here's Wagner. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got rebound number 7 tonight.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
George passes to Markkanen. Fires the 3. George, no good. Orlando trailing here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process. Seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. And it's Utah with the ball. After the basket by Orlando. George passes to Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Well, we have seen Markkanen accept more and more responsibility over time. What a dominant scorer.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Mikhailuk's checked in for Markkanen. And a change for the Magic. Black's checked in. Wagner up top. Suggs, right side. Fires from deep. That's his 4th miss in 7 shots.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Wagner against George. To the middle. Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Well, what I love about Walker Kessler, he's a 7-footer who plays like a 7-footer.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Magic trail by 4. Then Carroll the screen. Stolen by Kessler. Here's Jackson. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Wagner outside. And Carroll outside. Pass to Suggs from behind the arc. It doesn't go for him.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Now here's George. Defense is right there. Then Carroll against Jackson. Off target from outside.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. In transition, Banchero already knows to turn on the Jets. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense to catch up on him at all.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Pass to Mikhailuk. Now here's Kessler. Back to Mikhailuk. And a miss there on the triple. All right, Chums, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, B.A. Thank you.
And as always, Shams with some great stuff there. I'll tell you what, this guy knows all when it comes to the NBA.
No doubt, Shams is the guy when you're looking for the inside scoop. So well connected and respected around the league.
Bailey. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got his 5th rebound in this one. Orlando making some changes. Carter comes in for Wagner, and it's Desmond Bane in for Black. .46 seconds left in the second quarter. Bane finds Wagner. The 3 is up. Bane, no good.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Good. George has got his first basket.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half. Suggs surveys the D. 12 seconds left in the second period. And Carroll right side. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Jackson. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Utah ahead, up 4. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Hello, everybody. No lack of drama tonight. The Utah Jazz might be taking this one all the way down to the wire.
They have played like they wanted, fighting for every missed shot. You love to see that passion, man.
Yeah, you can sense the urgency in their game. We'll see if they can sustain it. And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule.
And that game against the Warriors, this looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to a few key plays.
And if that's the case, we'll see who has the better closers tonight. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And Stan, the importance of team chemistry. Why is it so hard to win without it?
Well, look, Brian, it's not just talent. The talent has to fit together. Guys have to complement each other. Sometimes you see teams where you've got two really talented guys or three really talented guys, but their games are the same. That won't work. You need complementary talent. And when you have it, things come together quickly.
Walker Kessler out there with Jackson. Then it's Bailey. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's George in at the point guard position. That's the group for Utah right now. Now here's Bane. Down low. Here's Banchero. Ooh, Banchero getting it done and tight.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Jazz leading by 4. Markkanen outside. Pass to Bailey. And the shot goes. Bailey's got 7 points in the game.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Markkanen with the tough finish.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime, making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Magic trail by 8. Outside Bane. Orlando moving the ball around. From deep, Banchero. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Oh, love the intensity once they're hitting the boards.
George against Suggs. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul of the game. Markkanen from long range.
Good work by Wagner on D, using his size and presence on that side of the ball.
Their first miss after hitting 3 straight shots, but I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Utah leading by 6. Here's Bailey. He has 7. And stolen by Banchero. And they're running. And the dunk by Wagner.
Great effort at the defensive end by Banchero. His steal leading to a fast break.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Now here's George. And there's the rejection. Outside Bane. Pass to Carter. Utah grabs the miss. Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10 wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Greg.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
Well, look, Bane gets the steal and sends them on their way. He can be such a menace on defense.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And a chance to look at the block shot numbers over the last few seasons for Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, and his block averages have been trending the wrong way. But honestly, these numbers can be misleading. Sometimes guys just don't want to take a shot around you.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Nice shot by George. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close range look.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. To the paint. Here's Carter. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
Falls for Carter.
Well, Wendell Carter Jr. has settled into his role nicely. A reliable big who brings energy, especially when it comes to rebounding.
Kessler, no good. The Magic have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. And it's Wagner missing. George against Suggs. George passes to Jackson. Offline with a three. Orlando's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. The three from Bain. The offensive rebound. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Well, Carter Jr. can be such a force on the offensive glass as he demonstrated there.
The Jazz have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Bailey, the pass to Markkanen. And here's George. He's covered by Suggs. Back to Markkanen. Launches it. Utah with another miss.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Banchero surveys. 5 on the clock. Jacks up a three. Utah with the rebound. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Bailey, the pass to George. Markkanen outside. Lets it go from deep. Oh, nice D from Carter.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
To the middle. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Well, throw it up to Carter Jr. and he'll take care of the rest. It's that easy.
And so it's Utah with it. It's a 3-point game. George outside. Pass to Markkanen. There's the drive. Takes it straight in. Markkanen.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Wagner outside. Now here's Banchero. Defended by Jackson. Banchero no good. A tight game here in Utah. Kessler passes to Markkanen. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Bailey. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Magic have gone 7 of 13 in the second half. Banchero no good. The Jazz have gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Bailey's shot is off. There's the steal. To the inside. Here's Kessler, and he converts the layup. Kessler's got 6 points.
Wow, we get a rare glimpse at a Kessler jump shot. Must be working on it.
Jackson against Banchero. Carter, a screen on Jackson. Pass to Suggs. That's good. And it's Banchero with the assist. Banchero's got his 5th assist in this one. George with it. 6 points for him. Markkanen outside. Inside. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got rebound number 7 tonight. Well, granted, 6'10", 250, Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now here's George. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. When we talk about Keontae George, what stands out to you the most, Stan?
Good question, B.A. I don't know that I'd pick one area. He's good at a wide variety of things. Can handle the ball, pass it, score it, and that gives you flexibility in terms of the guys you put around him.
That's good from George. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have two gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Collier, he's checked in for Utah. And a change for the Magic. Black's checked in. Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
Now here's George. Give him 8 points now. Jackson left side. And stolen by Banchero. Here's Wagner. The rebound by Markkanen. Utah leading. Here's Collier. George outside. Just 5 on the clock. Utah with another miss. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Orlando Magic. The three from Bain. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Markkanen. Pass to Jackson. Over Banchero. Jackson can't get it to go.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Now here's George. Here's Collier, guarded by Bain. Here's Collier. Pass to Jackson. Over Banchero. And there's Jackson on the assist from Collier. Jackson's got 9.
Well, from that 13, 15-foot range, Jackson is automatic. You can't give him those.
Magic trail by 3. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And here's Banchero. Here's Wagner to end the drought. Knocks down the triple. He's got 5.
Well, usually Wagner gets his shots from a number of places, and that short corner being one of them.
So it's Utah now. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Here's George into the lane. That one's good for 2. And the Jazz lead by 2.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. A big group substitution here for Utah. Nurkic is checked in for Kessler. Filipowski comes in for Jackson. Mikhailuk's checked in for Markkanen. And Williams is subbed in for George. Then for Orlando, Bataze's checked in for Carter. Wagner comes in for Banchero. De Silva comes in for Wagner. Now here's Black. Outside Bain. Softly drops in the floater.
Yeah, Bain is a talented scorer. Not just a perimeter threat, he's also capable of finishing inside.
There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Pass to Nurkic. Utah moving the ball around. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Goga Batadze.
No debate there. He got hammered.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. The first one falls. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Grant.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Nurkic hits them both.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
Orlando trailing here. Outside Bane. Pass to Wagner. Batadze up top. Kicks it out to Bane. Shot clock at 6. Doesn't go that time. The Jazz shooting about 42% in the third. It's Mikhailuk on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Counted from distance. Mikhailuk's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Pass to Bane. Shoots over Collier. Top of the key jumper, no good.
It's been a challenging quarter for them, and his offensive inconsistency is a driving factor.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. From downtown, it's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to De Silva, and here's Bane. The fader. No good there. And we've reached the end of the third. Utah ahead, leading by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Fourth quarter, on the court for the Magic. At the 2 and the 3, it's Suggs and Wagner. Goga Batadze is out there with Mo Wagner, and it's Black in at the point guard position.
And this is the game that Nurkic plays, using the big body inside, carving out a high percentage look.
That one's off. And over the 5 decades of the Jazz franchise history, almost half of those years, they were coached by the great Jerry Sloan.
Well, the Jazz were a team that took on Jerry Sloan's toughness and a willingness to fight at all times. Those days are in the past, but they still echo in Utah.
And while they've continued to progress into an elite defense, the Magic knew they had to improve offensively.
And balancing a roster is tricky, B.A. You don't want to lose that defensive identity, but you got to give up something to get something back.
Here's Collier. Outside, Williams. Pass to Collier. It's Markkanen on the wing. Wagner with a steal. Fast break, here we go. And Suggs the bucket on the assist by Wagner.
He's caught fire here in the second half. Better late than never.
Williams on the wing. Takes a 3. Drains the triple. And the Jazz lead by 5.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Wagner with a screen on Markkanen. 13 feet out. Utah with the rebound. Filipowski's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Collier. From deep. Another 3 for Utah.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. And here's Suggs. A deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Suggs has got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, it's only his second 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Jazz leading by 5. Here's Collier. To the wing on the left. Back to Filipowski. Pass to Collier. Takes the 3. The shot won't fall. Great D that time from Suggs. Wagner, left side. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. And that's now 7 points for Franz Wagner. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Collier. He's covered by Suggs. Marking it inside. Pass to Collier. Clock at 6. Filipowski for 3. Orlando with the rebound.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
The 3 from Suggs. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now Williams. Black defending. Back to Williams. Pure from three-point range. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Wagner outside. Back to Black. The 3 ball. Rebound, Utah. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
Here's Williams. And the shot goes down.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Magic trail by 8. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to Collier. And stolen by Suggs. And here they come. Here's Black. Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Down low. Batadze. And Batadze throws it down.
The fundamentals Wagner possesses are really impressive. Franz, such a skilled and willing passer at his position.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Utah. To the inside. And Nurkic throws it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Here's Black. After the basket by Utah. Pass to Suggs. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wagner. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And at 6'11", Wagner is a threat inside. Good to see him going up with confidence down there.
Now here's Williams. Markkanen for 3. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Wagner. Magic trail by 6. To the middle. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
The Jazz have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Markkanen with a screen on Suggs. Markkanen outside. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Orlando has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's Black. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
Yeah, no fret through contact. Black doing what he has to for the bucket.
Utah has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Here's Collier, defended by Wagner. Got a hand on it. And here comes the break. Here's Suggs. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Suggs has got 20. Now Williams. Pass to Nurkic. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 2.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Now here's Black. Inside. Here's Suggs. And he drops it in from the low post. And it's now 22 points here for Jalen Suggs. The Jazz have gone 6 for 11 here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Collier. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. Blocked! Inside to take the lead. And it's laid up and in by Suggs. He's got 24. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Orlando?
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And you also have to respect the pride they take in playing defense. They've been able to get some takeaways because of their activity level.
And the Jazz with possession here. Orlando making their last shot. And here's Nurkic for 3. Again, the miss by Nurkic. And the Magic shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. Black outside. Puts it up from 15. Here's Batase. And that one's long.
I like where he took that shot. The D was just too strong.
Collier lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Impressive. I mean, challenging at the rim against length. You just have to love the aggressiveness.
Yeah, showing absolutely zero fear as he goes right at the bigger defender.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Batase, and Batase throws it down.
Textbook play call by Black, and the moment it opens something up, he's making the pass. Well done.
For Utah, they've gone 7 of 14 here in the fourth from the floor. Pass to Collier. Now Nurkic. Williams with it. Here's Markkanen. Shot clock at 5. And that misses. That would have put him up.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Batadze against Nurkic. Now Wagner. Black, left side. Tosses it up. Nurkic with a rebound.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Here's the pass to Williams. Now Nurkic. Markkanen outside. Oh, Markkanen.
Well, they needed someone to step up there, and it's Markkanen who answers the call.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. A big group substitution here for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Nurkic. Jackson comes in for Filipowski. Bailey's checked in for Collier. And it's Keontae George in for Williams. Then for Orlando, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. Paolo Banchero comes in for Wagner. And it's Bain in for Black. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. Coach delivering an inspiring message to his team saying, quote, hey, you can win this game. Believe in yourselves. Battle to the end. Honestly, guys, even I was a bit pumped up after hearing this one.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Markkanen. Kessler, and he slams it down.
The big man delivers. Kessler just went to work.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for Orlando. Minute 32 left in the fourth. Kessler with a rebound.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
And how do you stop Kessler at his size? He's a load.
That free throw good from Kessler.
The and one puts a little extra insurance on their lead. What a play.
Magic trail by 6.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts. Well, those are huge points. Carter Jr. steady as they come.
Utah's gone 4 of 9 from three-point range in the fourth. Jackson with a screen on Suggs. Now Jackson, and stolen by Banchero. And Keontae George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Up top, Banchero, defended by Jackson. Suggs outside. Carter, a screen on George. Suggs. Carter fires. Oh, he nailed the jumper.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Here's George. Orlando making their last shot.
And this is why they go to Wagner here. He can get them the clutch points.
We look at all the turnovers. Boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
Here's Markkanen. Floats one up, and we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Now Banchero. Carter inside. Oh, money!
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
So a close game here sees Orlando taking this one. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Jalen Suggs.